All right, boys, thank you both for coming around today.
You sure it's okay for me to be here? I doubt Michelle is my biggest fan at the moment, seeing as her husband has turned against me in the election.
Don't worry, bro. She's currently out shopping. I knew I was about to introduce you both to Absolute Peak today, so I made sure to give her enough money that would keep her busy for hours.
Wait, I'm actually confused as to why Donald is here to begin with. I thought he hated Sonic.
How many freaking times do I have to tell you, Sleepy Joe? I said I hated how Sonic stole the thunder of saving the day from King D in subspace. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of the series, I will admit that Shadow Generations has had me very intrigued.
Yeah, this game has basically been my life for the past week when I'm not busy supporting Kamala in her attempts to become president. But say, Donald, how about you start us off here? I've got all the stages for Shadow's portion of the game unlocked, so you can choose whichever one you want.
That's the least you can let me do for supporting that witch Harris.
All too easy.
Anyways, I want to go to Kingdom Valley.
Because of the massive walls?
Is that a problem, Joe?
Your obsession for walls is just getting old is all.
But not as old as you, so I fail to see the issue here.
You've got us off to a great start, Donald. I'd argue that Kingdom Valley is the best stage in the game, which is saying a lot since we've also got the regular Sonic Generations packaged onto this game too.
Let me cook here real quick. Oh, hell yes, I remember seeing this shortcut when gameplay for this first released to the public. And that's when I knew this game was going to be a banger. For the first time since the original Generations. We've actually got proper level design for 3D Sonic.
We're just going to forget that Sonic Forces was a thing?
How dare you, Joe!
Wait, I'm sorry, don't shout at me.
We do not talk about that game whilst I'm in the middle of playing Peak.
Yeah, Joe, I'm sorry, but that was such an L take, and I'd appreciate if you didn't bring that game up again for the rest of this recording session.
See, look at that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Good level design. Alternate pathways through the stage.
And this applies to all of the stages in Shadow Generations. But I'd argue that this stage has some of the best ones. Hence why it's my favorite. Oh, and get ready, Donald. It's time for one of the new Doom powers.
Ah, yes, the Doom Surf. I won't lie, this is pretty fun to control. That being said, I really can't help but be reminded of Plessy from Mario 3D World when using this.
Yeah, and why does Shadow even need a Doom power to surf across water anyway? Couldn't he just skate super fast over it? Or use a hoverboard like Sonic has done in the past?
I can't give you an answer for the first question, Joe. But as for the second one, do you really want to be reminded of Sonic Free Riders?
We're really just going to be bringing up all of Sonic's garbage whilst I'm playing through the best game he's had for over a decade? Hell, this isn't even Sonic's game to begin with, so even that is fake news. It's good to see the almighty Eagle back too. A sign of hope for the country.
And all our fellow Americans can grab that hope by voting for Kamala Harris to be your next president.
Ain't no way you're promoting my VP whilst we're recording for YouTube, Barry.
I mean, someone has to sing as you're too busy biting children nowadays.
Oh, come on, man.
Donald, press L2 for me.
Holy crap, that was awesome.
Was that another Doom power?
Indeed it was. That was the Doom Blast. And as you can see, it can be used to get to other areas of a stage that might be inaccessible through regular means.
I think we've got another one, boys.
Nice one, Trump, you're learning quick.
Are you surprised? I'm already the best player of this game, and I've only been playing for a few minutes.
Oh, damn, guys, you want to see my Knuckles impression?
Let's hear it.
You already are, because I'm not chuckling. Donald jokes are supposed to be funny. Do better next time.
I could say the same to you, because it's supposed to be a joke that you're supporting Kamala. Do you see me laughing at that?
Wow, they actually included the Mach Speed section from the original version of Kingdom Valley.
I love the callbacks in these stages. Trust me, there's many more of these to come.
God, I'm so good at this game.
I'm still not chuckling, but nice going, Donald.
Can I have a go next, Barry?
Of course, Joe, go ahead.
Why did you pick Rail Canyon to play then?
Why wouldn't I? This comes from the most goated game in the series. I will always treasure grinding on the rails side by side with Tails and Knuckles. Speeding through the stage with the power of teamwork.
I'm sure you're excited about the rumors of a Sonic Heroes remake then, right?
We cannot be going back to the past again for the next game, no matter how good it sounds to have Sonic Heroes on the modern Hedgehog engine. Sega needs to craft something new and original for their next project whilst they have this boosted momentum. Then after that, I will be more than happy for Sonic Heroes to get the proper treatment it should have gotten 20 years ago.
Rare W there from the Trumpster.
Saying my W's are rare is more fake than that pathetic Time Eater final boss we got in base Generations. Also, Joe, I didn't think you'd have the mental capacity to look for alternate routes like you did just a second ago.
And he's just found a second one too, thanks to Chaos Control. Joe, you're kind of cooking here, I won't lie.
Damn it.
And just like that, he's burnt his cooking worse than what Presidential Chat's Joe did to the burgers in his fast food video.
Nice reference. Recognizing greatness is what we do around here.
What in the world? Barry, what's happening?
This is Black Doom messing with reality, Joe. In a few of the stages, he will transport you to a corrupted version of Radical Highway to test you, as he attempts to turn Shadow into the ultimate weapon.
The Radical Highway stuff isn't a joke? I've been seeing people all over Trump's social making memes about Black Doom liking the stage too much.
First of all, Trump, stop trying to promote your terrible social media platform.
You literally promoted Kamala's campaign a few minutes ago.
Secondly, though, yeah, it honestly feels kind of obsessive from Black Doom to want to use Radical Highway to torment Shadow. Especially since Westopolis would have made for a much better location, seeing as that's where the two first met originally.
Hey, actually, yeah, you're right. I checked the stage list before picking Kingdom Valley earlier, and there wasn't a single stage from the Shadow the Hedgehog game. So you're telling me we don't get representation from Shadow's own stage library, but Chaos Island from Frontiers is here? That's a game that Shadow wasn't even a part of.
Yeah, we didn't even get any levels from Lost World either. I mean, that's just crazy. Guys?
Barry, why does he keep doing this?
Seriously, Joe, please stop bringing the worst of Sonic's games back into the light.
But I like Lost World.
That alone should have lost you the election back in 2020. This is so rigged. How in the world is Joe, of all people, S-ranking stages?
Cope, cry, and whimper, you fat orange. That was awesome to play, though, Barry.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, Joe. Hand over the controller, bro. It's my turn to have a crack at this.
I'm expecting only the finest quality gameplay here, Barry, considering how this has been your life for the past week outside of politics.
Trust me, Donald, I intend to cook. Watch closely as the Obama-nator moves through this stage at the speed of sound.
That was more cringe than Tails and Sonic Forces.
Is Forces really that bad in general? I didn't mean to disrespect you earlier, Donald. I just remember enjoying the game when it first came out.
Oh my God, how on earth did I lose to this man in 2020?
Relax, Donald. Joe ended up taking a decade-long break from the series after Sonic 2006, so that's probably why he doesn't have too many bad memories of the game, since he didn't really have anything to compare it to at the time.
Wait, so does that mean he hasn't even played Base Generations?
Don't worry, I played that sometime after and I loved it. Hell, would you guys be up for playing Sonic's side of this game sometime?
Perhaps in the future we can. We'll have to see.
I think I just
Shut
killed
your damn mouth, Donald.
Jesus, guys, it's natural for crying out loud.
If I end up failing on this stage, Donald, it will be your fault.
A few moments later.
That was your fault, Donald.
Oh, shut up, Barry!
Obama is in the right for supporting my VP after that.
How dare you! I need to let some steam off after that, so I'm going to beat Metal Sonic's ass.
Oh, this is an amazing boss fight, so I'm sure you're about to cook. Maybe see if you can get an S rank on this fight, since I'm yet to do that.
What's the objective here then?
Phase 1 basically involves throwing as much crap into Neo Metal Sonic here with all this garbage in the ocean.
Can we talk about how Shadow is basically 4 times stronger than Sonic from this alone?
How'd you come up with those fake numbers?
Don't you dare talk about fake numbers, Joe. Now look, it took Super Sonic as well as Tails and Knuckles and Super Shields to beat this guy in Heroes, while Shadow is going one-on-one with this guy as if he's the Undertaker. Also, while Shadow may be using Doom powers, that's nothing compared to the invincible might of Super Sonic. So if you take the super form, the 2 shielded Republicans, the power of teamwork, as well as the fact that Doom Shadow is not as strong as Super Sonic, you get a factor of times 4 more power than what Shadow is currently using to fight Metal Sonic here.
What the hell did I just listen to? Steiner Maths?
You take your 33 and a third chance, minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning.
I didn't even think to use that chaos control shortcut there.
Come on, Barry, you gotta think outside the box when it comes to this game. I bet there's still shortcuts and alternate routes you're still yet to find even a week
It
later.
honestly makes me sad that Joe's return to the series ended up being Sonic Forces, especially when we finally have our hands on some peak level design again.
But guys, what about that overclocked mod for the game? I saw some gameplay of it when it was released nearly a year ago, and it looks
Joe,
great.
you literally just said the word mod, hence something that Sega themselves didn't make. We have the amazing Sonic community to thank for banding together to create Overclocked, just like the American people will be thanked for banding together to get me back in office. This game literally feels like a movie at times.
I know the two of us have been bashing on Sonic Forces a lot here, but that game deserves it. Seeing these animations is a clear sign that both us and Sega were in the trenches back in 2017. Go watch some of the cutscenes in that game and you'll see what I mean.
Do you think they advertised that Forces was created by the team who made Generations? Just to get more people to buy the game, knowing full well it wasn't up to par with the quality we were expecting?
Oh, 100%. It's just like with WWE 2K19. They knew the game was destined to fail, so they did everything possible to hide the terrible gameplay from the fans, much like what Sega tried to do with Forces. This game, though, is different. They knew they were cooking with shadow generations and wanted to showcase it as much as possible.
Damn it!
I think it's my turn again, Barry. I want to try out one of the 2D stages in this game.
Might I make a recommendation? Kingdom Valley's 2D stage goes hard just like its 3D variant.
Going back to what I was saying earlier, though, Sega knows they've hit gold with this game. It marks a huge turnaround for the series. Just like me being president again is a huge turnaround for the country.
Shut up!
You want me to shut up? Stop endorsing Kamala, then we'll talk?
My God, this is getting unbearable.
More unbearable than waiting for Silver to get his own game.
You guys actually like that fake hedgehog?
I know he's not been the best written character in the games, but just go take a look at what he's done in the comics and you'll see just how badass of a character he can be.
No, I refuse to touch another Sonic comic again after seeing what the IDW series did to Shadow in the Metal Virus saga.
Joe, I must say I'm really impressed with how quick you've gotten used to the game's mechanics. Seeing you instantly find that Doom Blast shortcut brought a smile to my face.
Thanks, Barry. I'm honestly just going with the flow, constantly searching for any alternate paths I can find. Oh my God, you guys are right. There's none of this in Forces. How could I have been so blinded? Guys, I'm so sorry. I know I'm pretty slow to most things nowadays, but this is a new low for me.
Don't worry about it, Joe. I'm just glad you've seen the light. Honestly, I take some of the blame for the game's existence in the first place, seeing as it came out during my presidency.
Do you remember the 2D sections in that game? I've never felt more sad as a Sonic fan than I was forcing myself to go through those stages.
Nice pun, Barry.
I didn't even mean to say that.
But you're so right regardless. I honestly don't think 2D sections in Sonic games have looked this good since the classic days.
Damn it! You've gotta be kidding me!
Oh God, that sucks. I'm sorry, Joe, but that's definitely cost you the S rank.
Even I feel bad about this considering how close you were to the end.
Game's the game, gentlemen. I'm not going to let it bother me. You're going to end things off here for us, Barry?
I may as well, so that way the three of us would have gotten 2 stages each in this video.
I'm doubling down here when I say Chaos Island being in this game makes no sense. That said, though, the fact that they made the literal open world of Frontiers into a stage is masterful work from Sega. It's oh so great.
Did you just turn into a damn inkling there, Barack?
I know it looks like that, Joe. But no, this is yet another Doom power. It's called the Doom Morph, allowing you to travel through those treacherous purple spots.
I do recall people on Trump's social talking about this one, saying it was a bit more difficult to master.
2 things, Trump. First of all, I've already told you to stop mentioning that failed social media platform. And 2, skill issue. Once you figure out how to use the Doom Morph, it becomes a lot of fun.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean, Barry. This looks awesome.
I refuse to comment after that second jab towards Trump's social.
So I will admit, guys, I haven't actually played Sonic Frontiers yet. Is that a bad thing?
It's not as bad as liking Forces, I guess.
Nah, to be honest, Joe, we shouldn't hold it against you. I will admit I didn't actually pick the game up until a few months later after its release. It's definitely worth the purchase, especially with the DLC that Sega released last year, where you get to play as Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. But as Eggman says in Base Generations.
Time for a change of pace!
Really, Donald? Again?
Hey guys, this is what I'm going to say to Kamala when the election numbers start getting counted.
Catch me if you can!
You're a man-child, Donald. Go on, Barry.
So, yeah, it's a change of pace with its more open world style gameplay. I won't lie, as cool of a concept as it is, I prefer the regular stage style. I understand that they probably wanted to switch things up after making the worst stages we've ever seen back in Forces. But it seems they've reignited their passion and creativity with the stages they've given us here with Shadow Generations.
And in case fellow presidential creator Broadway wants to make a comment about us having to rate Forces as if it just came out, don't worry, it's just as bad now as what it was upon release. Just like Pokemon Yellow.
That seemed a bit personal.
We've already established that the creator is petty like that.
Come on, baby, give me that S rank.
I don't swing that way, Barry.
I'm quite relieved to hear that after that comment you made during the Space Colony Arc stage. I just creamed my pants as if I was in a Tweaking Presidents video.
What the hell, Barry? You know I love this game. I thought you were going to wait for me until you played
Oh,
it.
Bush, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot I invited. Hey, wait a minute. Did you seriously bring a keyboard with you just to smash it in front of us?
You're damn right I did. And as punishment for forgetting about me, you can be the ones to clean it up.
The next president of the United States refuses to perform such a meaningless task.
I said start cleaning.
So, Mr. Bush...